Hello and welcome to Purple Love. I'm Daniel, the show where native plants come together. And today I'm going to show you how to turn this into this.
Nice.
All right, here's the design we're working with. We have a 12 by 10 area, 120 square feet, and of course, for this channel, all native species. And as you can see, we have a couple drifts starting out in this area. We have some wild columbine stroking through on the right side. It'd be a really nice accent to the rest of it. Then we have a cluster of Virginia bluebells. I thought I'd go crazy with them. Have a nice drift as well, help those queen bumblebees out early in the season. And then throughout I have some spotted geranium clusters. The masses really help to complement the rest of the landscape. There's geranium similar to it throughout, so I thought I'd give a nod to that. And then as a great border, as an alternative to hostas, we have heartleaf homeflower. It's really nice white inflorescence on it. Really nice border plant as well. So I think that'd be nice to complement the walkway on this side, on the left, as well as on the bottom. And also I may as well throw in some woodland phlox here as well. Really nice blue 5 petals. Also on the other side of this, it's not shown, but the other planting is prairie phlox. So I thought, why not have the pink and the blue? And add some fall color. We have the blue stem goldenrod surrounding, which is not shown here, fine dogwood to make a soft landing that Heather Home talks about. And you see here this heartleaf aster, which I thought about including, but the wood poppy was called my name of the nursery, so I decided to swap that out and replace it with that wood poppy. And also I moved it farther up, so it's not exactly as it is when I plant it, as you'll see. But the wood poppy is now more in this region. That way it's more visible for people and they can see as they walk by. And then also when I was doing this, the software kind of made the geraniums quite large, which doesn't make any sense. But I ended up having to move those down a little bit, as you'll see. And then I filled this area with Pennsylvania sedge, which is a matrix planting where you have like a living mulch essentially. You don't have to remulch it all the time. So I got a lot of Penn sedge here and throughout, like in between each of these. And then lastly, I have some marginal wood fern, which I'm experimenting with the first time. I never used ferns in the design before, so this should be pretty cool. And from here, we'll show you how it turned out. All right, so here's the dream team in real life, ready to go in. I'm just going to pan around and show you what we have up close. You get a sense of what they look like. So on the right here, we have some wild columbine, and then in the middle, some blue stem goldenrod, and on the left, there's some woodland phlox. And then we also have a wild geranium. It's pretty nice. And our somewhat scorched foam flower, but I think it will come back. It should be fine. And then our Virginia bluebells got a little floppy, but they managed to come back after I watered them. And then our wood poppy in the middle, followed by our wood fern on the left. And here's our mulch, Pennsylvania sedge. We got 50 of those, perfect amount to cover that area. And it also helps to have this disdain for climate change and capitalism as well. It's pretty good motivation. I'd like to introduce you to my arch nemesis on this project, the Juniper. Actually turned out to be 2 of them. There were 2 bases to it, and just completely overgrew this area. And it was quite something to remove, lots of clipping and expletives, but managed to get it out. And also in this area, which I managed to take out earlier, was a set of boxwoods that succumb to the boxwood moth. That's invasive, and I'm sort of glad it happened because it gave me an excuse to do this whole project in the first place. And you guys can see here, I'm just digging up the remnants of it. If you're wondering what was left after the juniper was removed, if you guessed weed fabric, you're correct. Cue the planting montage. And with that, here's what it's looking like after day 1.
the next day.
All right, it's time to get sedge with it. 10 sedges going in. And we can't forget the initial mulch. All right, here's a quick gardening tip for you. Here I'm showing how to not water with a hose. Typically with a plug, you want to water it straight on it for about 5 to 10 seconds to get the bottom of it, get the whole root mass. Doing it this way just briefly will only get the surface and won't be ineffective watering. Now you can also use a sprinkler for about 90 minutes. That should really soak it in. And over time you can kind of lighten up the watering, but just the first few weeks or so, you really want to get that depth in the water and the plants will be happy.
Maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here. And he's a little bigger, a little stronger. We can see more of his trunk. He's a strong little tree. And he's got a friend right there. And if you have two trees.
Wait a minute. Are those non-native azaleas? Yes, they are. And we're keeping them because we initially thought they were dead and we were going to pull them out. But they started flowering, so we figured we may as well leave them and eventually move them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the garden soon.